Tonight, I want to talk on some real issues. Tonight, I want to talk on this platform, and I'm going to talk about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and then I'm going to definitely have y'all come on up. But I've been dealing with some serious issues in the last week, and I've been seeing a lot, hearing a lot, and you know what? This platform is going to have to change. And I'm going to say to ToughLove, you took some of my talking points earlier on your platform this morning, but I got nothing but love.
Salute.
Ladies and gentlemen, I've been walking these YouTube streets for over a year. And I've been on different people's platforms, hearing different things. And while I can definitely relate to some of the issues that men are having, I can relate to some of the issues women are having, but I've gotten to the point where I hear nothing but echo chambers and no solutions. I got to the point where I'm hearing men who are holding women to a standard.
Hold on one second.
But when it's time to hold certain types of men to a standard, I am watching men quiet like Catholic church mouses. And I thought about when I was on El Guapo's channel yesterday. El Guapo went totally off. And I mean, he went off in the right way. Even to the point where he said he didn't even care about money. He didn't care about anything dealing with whether he was going to be monetized. He drew a line in the sand. And this reminded me very much so of when the young Malcolm X, who spoke highly of the Nation of Islam and spoke highly of his leadership. But when he saw that his leadership took a turn immorally, he took a stand. And he put a line in the stand to the point where he was now ostracized from the very group and organization that gave him a platform and a name. He took such a strong stand that even his beloved Muhammad Ali turned his back on then Malcolm X.
Let's get into it. Uncle Stu, the old man on the block, salute to you, bro. I got a chance to catch you live. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? If you guys don't know who that is, make sure you go subscribe. Bootlicking, clout chasing, and clickbaiting. I normally don't put all of that together, you know what I'm saying? But I think just over the last 30 days, you know what I'm saying, I've kind of gotten a chance to kind of see certain things or whatever case may be. And just hear other content creators talk about, you know, other things or whatever case may be. Whatever your purpose here on social media is, fulfill your purpose. Fulfill your purpose. If you say your purpose is to talk about this, that, or whatever it is, fulfill your purpose. Salute to you. Do you, right? My purpose, right, is to have conversations between men and men, women and women, and communities, to bring people together that wouldn't normally have a conversation, and to sit down and try to promote dialogue that's actually going to move the ball forward, that's actually going to say, let's stop the hate, let's stop all of the dismissive conversation and deflecting, and actually have a tough conversation. I realized, somebody told me in the comments, she said, you're very passionate about your topics. And I say, I'm passionate because I realize that tomorrow's not promised. I go and I sit down with wounded warriors. I sit down with people who ain't got no arms, no legs. They can't see out their eyes. You know, they have a breathing machine. Like, so I sit down with these people, and And it's not to give them inspiration. It's just to have a conversation with them or whatever, because a lot of these guys don't have family. You know, it's males and females, but a lot of these people don't have family members or whatever. And I always sit down, and it's always one medium that I get from everybody. Carpe diem. Seize the day, seize the moment. And I take that passion with me because I've seen loss. I've seen real loss. So when I'm speaking on a topic, I am very passionate about it. When I'm talking to another content creator, I am very passionate about it, whether male or female or whatever, because I know that we don't have a lot of time to waste. Now, some people say, hey, you know, I'm not, you know, they're not here to save the world. They're not here to do X, and I get it. Whatever your purpose is, then you live in your purpose. It's fine. But when it comes to me, understand what it is that I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying? If I see somebody that I feel like this person right here, if I can reach out to this person right here, this is going to spread the message. This is going to get people out there and get people thinking and provide them with a better perspective. However you get your views, whatever it takes for you to say, whatever clickbaiting or bootlicking or clout chasing, whatever you do for views, whatever you do for subscribers, you do it. Has nothing to do with me, has nothing to do with ToughLove, has nothing to do with why I'm here. I want to remind people, don't be so easily distracted. Don't be so easily distracted. I know a lot of things are going on in people's lives where they're just easily distracted. Some of you guys want to go back to school. You want to go to the gym. You're trying to raise your credit score, and you're just the littlest thing distracts you. Don't be so easily distracted. Stay focused. Stay on task. Whatever your assignment is, stay focused and stay the course. It's not going to be a long video, but I just want to remind people, stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I feel like while I was in the gym a few minutes ago, I was thinking, I said, you know, I wonder, when you talk about being positive and you talk about empowering people, I wonder why that makes people uncomfortable. I wonder why the thought of holding people accountable, saying, hey, we could be more positive, we could be better. I wonder why that makes people uncomfortable. Why that conversation or why that thought process makes people feel like, that's too hard. I don't know if I could do that. I think it's real easy to say when you start talking about accountability. You know, is the accountability that you're holding someone else to realistic? And if it's realistic, I think that it's great to get on board, but I don't think anything's going to happen overnight. But I see people, they quickly make excuses for not wanting to hold people accountable. And I'm not built like that. Military, 20 years, had over 1,000 soldiers. I'm not built like that. The people I'm around, they're not built like that. We don't have time to be like, well, they'll get to it if they get to it. Because if we want everybody win, if we want everybody to win, like we say, like I hear a lot of content creators say, you know, I want everybody to win. You know, I want everybody to build. I want everybody to live their best life. If that's the case, then your tone, your energy is going to be different. The content is going to be different. How you get your views is going to be different. Either you getting it out the mud or you're doing something else. Now, whatever you're doing to get your views and your content, kudos to you. But my thought process is, when you get it out the mud and you've earned your views, there's a difference when you earn your views versus doing something else. Ladies and gentlemen, if it's about empowering, if it's about pushing the narrative forward, saying that we could be more positive, we can work together, men and women, women and men, communities, gay people, everybody can work together and come up with a solution, not just talk about it. There's a lot of conversation going on, but there's no action going on. And I think that's what Uncle Stu was kind of getting at. Great live. You know, I checked it. I think I shared it to my community tab. Make sure that y'all go subscribe. Uncle Stu, the old man on the block. That was his commentary that I was using earlier. Great live. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, when it comes from somebody, he might be a little bit older than me, but when it comes from somebody who's older than you. And it's a good feeling. It's a great feeling to hear, bruh, I heard what you said. And this is why when I did a video the other day and I tagged Kwame Brown, and he came in the comments and he did a response video. This is why I love somebody being direct, not generalizing it. Hey, ToughLove, hey, listen, I heard you, and I heard your talking points, and this is what I got to say, etc., etc., etc. If he would have generalized that, I wouldn't have known what he was talking about. You see what I'm saying? But I see a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people that like to generalize things and not be direct with their communication, not be direct with what it is that they're talking about. Like I see them sit down for 10 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour and sneak diss a whole bunch of people, but never talk to them directly. My thought process is, if there is ever a problem, let me use me for example. If there is ever a problem, my contact information is in my description box. So regardless of, you know what I'm saying, whatever the problem is, feel free to reach out to me. You ain't got to make videos about me. You ain't got to sneak diss me. You ain't got to do none of that. I'm saying this out loud so the world can hear. I can put this in the ozone. If there's an issue, let me know what the issue is. You understand what I'm saying? My mission is not to go back and forth with anybody. My mission is not to sit on YouTube and sneak diss people, or I am here to promote the conversation. No matter how tough, no matter how many cages are being rattled, no matter how uncomfortable it may be. And the same standards that I hold for myself is the same standards that I hold each and every man and woman that I can reach out to, or whatever case may be. I believe it's my responsibility if I see something and say, man, hey, listen, I like your content. It's cool. But the same way the same way content creators do me. Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Turn your volume down because your voice automatically raises. It's inflection. I got it. I was in the military. Left, like, I got it. I understand. Sometimes I forget to do it or whatever. But so it's not that, and somebody said, well, I don't think you're yelling. I just think that you're passionate about what you're saying. And if you ever been around anybody that's passionate, whether it's a coach, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a pastor, they talk with a certain level in their voice or whatever case may be. But my whole thing about it is I really want to see people work together. I want to see people strive. You know what I'm saying? And me personally, I just don't have time for people to act like let me say this. Your time is valuable. What you do with your time is important. Who you listen to, who you build with, who you be around, who you say you connected to is important. The thought process is simply this, right? If you listen to ToughLove, definitely behind the bar, salute to you. I do believe it's corny, but my thought process is this, you know what I'm saying? I reach out to people like behind the bar. It's so many content creators, I can't even, but listen, what I try to do is I try to support, share it to my community tab, send you shots out. If I can see you in the comments, I'll say something. But my thought process is I am not going to listen to nobody that sits down for 10 minutes to 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours and sneak diss. I'm just not, because my whole thought process is if you say you about building, you about empowerment, you about helping people, then you're not going to be sitting down doing that. And that's why, you know, I was talking about Cynthia G and Kwame Brown, and I was saying, you know, the strategy of, you know, we're going to talk about all men, or we're going to, you know, generalize X, Y, and Z. And I said, you know, why do you do that? And he gave me this. He said, if I call their name, I'm giving them clout. If I say who I'm talking about, they're going to think I'm beefing. And I said, you know, I get what you're saying, Kwame. I get it. I understand. But my thought process is, why beef? Why beef? You know what I have not seen yet? And I think I've only seen women do it. Women are the only people pulling up from YouTube. I only know about 3 cases where women have pulled up on whoever the op was. No men. It's been men online talking shit for years, and nobody has pulled up on them. Only women. So my thought process is, what's the beef about? What's the dislike about? Everybody has a lane on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a lane on YouTube, and you get your subscribers, you get your views. And let me say this while I'm on this topic or whatever. If you are guilty of clickbaiting, you can't turn around and talk about others clickbaiting. If you are guilty of bootlicking, then you can't turn around and talk about other people bootlicking. If you are guilty of clout chasing, then you can't turn around and say other people are... Bro, listen. Whatever your mission is on YouTube, then promote your mission. It's just that simple. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to be politically correct. If your mission on YouTube is negative, if your mission on social media is to promote negative stuff, then that's on you, right? If your mission is to promote positive stuff, that's also on you. If your mission is to teeter the line, whether you want to be half positive, half negative, or whatever the case may be, that's on you. Here's where the issue comes in. The issue is that I'm going to say that you lack accountability. Point blank. I'm going to say that you lack accountability, right? Someone said something about, like, why are these, like, these men not supporting the, FBG Duck, like his mother. And I don't know what angle or video or what people are looking at, but you know what I see? I look at the people's message. I don't look at the man themselves. I look at the message and I listen. Mama Duck, it is unfortunate that she lost her children to gang violence, to house fires. It's unfortunate, period, that she lost her children. I think everybody is in agreement with that. There's no content creator that I've heard that says it is unfortunate that say that she deserved to lose all her kids. Like I've heard no content creator. I've heard some heinous stuff now, but I ain't heard nobody say you deserve to lose your kids. I think everybody says, hey, you have my condolences. Here's the issue though. How many eggs need to fall off the table before you say I need to move the eggs? And you have the power to move the eggs. You have the power to change the narrative, change the end result. If you do nothing about it, you are accountable. You are responsible to a certain extent. And regardless if you're grieving or not, regardless of what the end result was, the accountability don't go away. So when I see content creators, to me, that's why we talk about the bootlicking, the clout chasing, and the clickbaiting. When I see content creators be like, well, y'all shouldn't hold her responsible, and y'all putting her down. If you had 5 kids and all of your 5 kids met their demise, right? Whether you a man or woman, whoever the kids were living with, you're telling me that you wouldn't hold that person accountable. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. And that's why I say this. A lot of people, I noticed that there's a lot of people, it's like they don't really have a true perspective. It's what everybody else like. If everybody else say this person's wrong, then cool, I'm gonna say this person's wrong. If everybody say this person is right, then cool, I'm gonna say this person is right. And you'll notice their content will always align with the status quo, what everybody else goes with. But it takes people like myself to rattle some cages and say, well, I don't got that viewpoint. That's why it's hard to pay homage to somebody. Just the other day, I think it was yesterday. I said that I listened to something that Tommy Sotomayor said. It was I don't follow him directly, but it was another content creator covering the interview with him and Mama Duck or whatever case to be. And he said something that is key. Anybody that knows anything about the urban community knows that it is nothing for a woman to go tell her brother, go tell her boyfriend, this such and such done X, Y, and Z. But that don't mean it's the truth. However, most men are not going to take the time. Most men are not going to take the time to go and find out the truth. So now it's going to be violence. And here's the thing, one person going to the hospital, somebody might go, somebody might be dead, but it's going to be a bunch of people going to jail. And the person that came and told you that that oh, somebody was picking on them, etc., they out and they free to live their best life. To me, whether I agree with all Tommy Sotomayor talking points or not, bro, you can't ignore it because and that's the problem that we have with a lot of content creators. Whatever you say, because I don't like you or because a bunch of people don't like you, it don't count. It's invalid. That's not the way real life works. If I tell you, if you don't like, say you don't like ToughLove, right? But I tell you, hey, look, don't take your kids down that road. There's potholes, there's werewolves, there's vampires, and you're like, I don't like you anyway. I'm just going to, and all of a sudden you get attacked. Whose fault is that? Stop worrying about the man or the woman and listen to the message. That was a vital key point. Hassan Campbell, I didn't like how he used the narrative, but he said if I was locked away or I was gone and you was responsible for my children, it'd probably be some problems when I get home. What man would say, oh no, I'm cool with all of my children meeting their demise? It ain't your fault. Who would say that? If your children was left in the care of the daycare, if your children was left in the care of your uncle, your grandparents, and all of them met their demise, would you say, oh, well, it ain't their fault? We talk about a lot of people doing anything for views, anything for subscribers. And it'd be crazy to me because these same people that worry about views and subscribers, they're always on the wave of what everybody else thinks. They're always swinging on the pendulum of what everybody else thinks or what would make me look good. Bro, like, I'm not here to promote what makes me look good. I had somebody yesterday say, I forgot the subscriber's name or whatever case to be, but she was real, like, she didn't agree with everything that I was saying in the video, but she said it in a way that I understood where she was coming from. She wasn't disrespecting, and I definitely said, I appreciate you subscribing and thank you. That's what it's about. We ain't gotta agree, but we ain't gotta disrespect each other either. You know what I'm saying? You can be a content creator over there or over there. We don't have to agree, but we can have a certain level of respect. There is no way in the world that Behind the Bar or Labudo or Kwame Brown or Tom, nobody should sit down and be like, dude, he just went live for 19 hours and was like sneak dissing this person and this person. Like, dog, if you got to do that, get off of YouTube. Because you are not man or woman enough to pick up the phone and say, I have an issue with you. And I don't understand why subscribers even listen to that rhetoric. Listen, sometimes entertainment can go too far. Sometimes entertainment can go too far. And that's why I feel like you have to have somebody that's a common denominator that say, bro, it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. Because everybody's not gonna play with you. Do you understand what I'm saying? There was a situation that happened where a female drove to another man's house. I don't know if it was unannounced or whatever it may be, and I don't know how she got the address or whatever. But here's the thought process. Imagine a YouTuber coming to your house. You think it's all jokes, you think it's all games. I can get on here and I can say whatever I want to say, I can keep on sneak dissing, and they show up. They show up. You with your kids. You coming out the church. Hell, you in your house doing a video, you in your car doing a video, and all of a sudden you get a knock and somebody waving something in your face. That's why I say I take YouTube serious. That's why I don't get on here and just send out idle threats, and it's not about sneak dissing. That's why I tagged Kwame Brown. I said, bro, why are we talking generalization and we're not talking about the negativity that we see? Why are we speaking in the stars and the quasars and we're not talking to the people that we feel that are problems and issues and that promote a lot of negativity? But he told me why, and I understand his point of view. But see, my thought process is this. The same people that say I ain't worrying about views, I ain't worrying about subscribers, etc., etc., etc. I want to educate the people real quick, okay? I want you to look at there's three things that happens, okay? Your thumbnail, your hashtags, and your description, okay? If you are talking about My Little Pony, right? That's really your subject. But you put Kwame Brown name in the title, but you're talking about My Little Pony. That's clickbaiting, right? If you are talking about My Little Pony and you hashtag Bus Life, Kwame Brown, and Kwame, that's clout chasing, right? If all of your videos, you've done 25 videos on Kwame Brown, when he shit, when he goddamn speak about this or this and it, that's bootlicking. I'm just using it for example. That's what that is. There's no way around that. So when people start talking about views and subscribers or whatever, okay, it is different when you get it out the mud. I pay homage to people that have messages. You understand what I'm saying? I pay homage to people that say, you know what? I like that. I like that. I don't care if we've had a disagreement. I don't care if first of all, it's not personal unless you've made it personal. But the fact of the matter is, if you have a message, I don't care if it's Cynthia G. If she says, I hold black men, I think black men should be accountable for their household. I like that, Cynthia G. That's a message I can promote. That's something I can get online and I can tell the people that subscribe to Tough Love. I like that message. I have no problem with that. I have no problem with that. This is not a, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, black man versus black woman, black man versus black man versus the gay community. That's not what this channel was built for. That's not what it's made for. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't require yourself to do better, I get it. If you don't care, I get it. You see what I'm saying? If you don't take what you say serious, I get it. If you don't take what you listen to, I get it. But you can't get upset with other people who stand by their word, who take what they do seriously. You can't get upset. I did not survive Iraq twice, Afghanistan twice, to play games. I don't go to these veteran homes where people say, man, I wish I could hug my daughter. Ain't got no arms. I wish I could run and play football with my son and ain't got no legs. So when I come and I speak with passion and I get that medium, carpe diem, seize the moment, seize the day, and I come with that energy, don't be like, well, I just don't like, he just be talking in any type of, maybe that's not for you. Maybe that's not the type of energy you want. Maybe you want somebody to pander to you. Maybe you want someone to gaslight you. And cool, there are plenty channels like that. But don't involve me with no beef. Don't be tagging me in some sneak diss type stuff. I don't care. Because my information is in the description box. If you have a issue or you want to have a conversation, then let's do it. Because I'm the type of person, if you felt like you know me 2 years ago, 5 years ago, hell, 6 months ago, everybody evolves. Everybody evolves full circle. You see what I'm saying? And me personally, I don't know what somebody's going through. So if you keep on picking with them and you keep on messing with them or whatever, you don't know what somebody's capable of doing. So whereas you joking around and you playing and you think everything's a game, you don't know if somebody's saying, I'm loaded up and I'm headed in your direction. You don't know that. All for jokes and games, all for bashing men, bashing women, bashing the gay community, sneak dissing, bootlicking, clickbaiting, clout chasing. Do what you can afford. Do what you can afford. And a lot of you all have time. A lot of you all make time to go left, to listen to people that want to take you left. And it's doing nothing for your life. It's promoting nothing positive. Somebody asked me in the comments, do you require everybody around you to be positive? No. I require everybody around me to be themselves. See what I'm saying? If you are around me, we're talking about building for real. It ain't no, oh, well, fake positive, fake build, fake, like, it's none of that. You see what I'm saying? It's none of that. It's really about sitting down, talking about our community and what we could do really to help each other, whatever case to be. I feel like when you listen to a tough love conversation, it's not to drain you. It's not to make you feel bad. It's to help you balance your perspective, to bounce it off of something. Anything from streets to a collegiate level. Let me say this again. Anything from the streets to a collegiate level. That's why I feel like my conversation is balanced. There's some realization to my conversation. That's why I can go live and I don't have to edit my videos, because I can speak and mean what I say and articulate the points that I need to drive home. It's a different conversation. It's a different conversation. But you would expect someone that has done the things that I've done to be able to do that. And that's what I noticed on social media. I noticed that when you have certain conversations or whatever case may be, you can get the vibe of really where they are with conversation, their level of understanding, their level of maturity. See what I'm saying? What you won't get from Tough Love is a whole bunch of sneak dissing. If I need to talk about somebody, I'm gonna put their name in the title, and if I can reach out to them, I'm gonna reach out to them before I do a video, right? If I can reach out to them. I don't think you deserve that. I don't want to take time away from your kids, away from your job, away from your free time to listen to me sit down and sneak diss everybody. I don't think you deserve that. I don't want to be fake positive. I don't want to pretend like I'm here to help people, but really I'm here to get bootlicking, clout chasing, and clickbaiting. It takes a content creator some time to try to figure out the algorithm, and based on the videos that I've seen or whatever case may be, it's a formula. But some people, they've been fortunate enough to have their name already in rotation. So a lot of times content creators, what they'll do is, whatever the topic is, they'll put someone's name, they'll hashtag somebody's name that's already in rotation, so that way their videos can be seen. To me, that's smart marketing. That's smart marketing. The clout chasing thing, I wanted to address that too. Ladies and gentlemen, if Tasha K talks about R. Kelly, do y'all consider that clout chasing? She puts his photo up, she puts his name in the title, and she hashtags him. Do you consider that to be clout chasing? I don't know how many subscribers Tasha. I think it's over 100 though. It's over 100, right? Do you consider that to be clout chasing? Because I really want to educate you guys. I want to educate you guys, because sometimes you don't know and you just take people's words or whatever case may be, but they ain't trying to educate you. They're just throwing stuff out. That's not clout chasing. That's reporting on a story. All right? Whether you have 100,000 subscribers or 15 subscribers, it's the same shit. It's reporting on a story. See what I'm saying? But to deter you, and this is to my young content creators out there. Hell, I ain't that old, but people will discourage you when they see that you're on to something. When they see that there's something about you or whatever case may be, that you're on to something, they will discourage you. Tasha K can talk about R. Kelly, but you can't talk about R. Kelly. Hold on, wait. Hassan Campbell can talk about R. Kelly, but you can't talk about R. Kelly, right? Cynthia G, Kevin Samuels, Kwame Brown, Tommy Soto, they can talk about that, but you can't because you got 15 subscribers. You clout chasing if you do it. Ladies and gentlemen, stay focused. 977K? All right, I appreciate that. Thanks. Stay focused. Whatever your mission here is on social media, stay focused. If you're pushing a message or you just trying to make people laugh, or you feel like, hey, you got a story, a testimony, stay focused. Don't let nobody discourage you. Don't let nobody discourage you. I've been through too much shit in my life to have someone who thinks, well, who won't take the time to understand the message. If people don't take the time to understand Uncle Stu, the old man on the block, he mentioned my name like in the first 2 minutes of his live. Can you imagine me listening to the first 2 minutes and then say, oh no, hell no, he ain't gonna just mention my name. I don't know who he, bro, but nothing that he was saying, when you listen to him, nothing that he said was bad. He was like, ToughLove, you took my talking points, but it wasn't, you took my talking points in vain. You know what I'm saying? You took what I was gonna say, man. Damn, dog, you beat me to it. I totally get it, but you gotta listen for it. You understand? You gotta sit back and say, okay, cool. But you know what he did that I respect? He tagged me in it. This is an older gentleman speaking to a younger gentleman, not just me, but he was speaking, you know what I'm saying, about things that he was seeing or whatever the case may be, and did a very good job. Y'all make sure y'all go subscribe. If you are a content creator, feel free to drop your link inside the chat room or whatever the case may be. I just love I love to see real positive, because it's action. You understand? It's action. It's not, oh, well, we just positive over here. If you positive, that shit can go everywhere. Hey, behind the bar, Raz Girl, hey, Labuda, let's jump on this panel and let's talk about positive. Let's talk about X, Y, and Z. It ain't, well, Positive is positive, whether you black, white, Chinese, Hispanic, positive is positive. Whether you a male or a female, it's positive is power. Positive is empowerment. It ain't just how you want to empower. There are some men out there like Derek Jackson, to me, one-dimensional, and did this whole rhetoric of I'm going to empower black women. I'm going to empower women, and he became this whole God tier sexual object where people were kind of saying, well, that's my online baby daddy, and that to the point where they didn't even know he was married, and he fell victim to the same rhetoric that he was speaking against. Instead of saying, well, I'm like this too. I'm like the men I'm telling you not to deal with. Fell victim to his own rhetoric, his own narrative. So while he's telling you to leave that man, he don't deserve you, what he should have been saying is y'all need to get counseling. And you need to stop deflecting and start reflecting on your behavior as well, because it takes two people to be in a relationship. That's just me. The message was one-dimensional. The message was one-dimensional. You need somewhere where you can go and get some conversation, some tough love, where it's not just, oh, well, we just gonna promote men over here. Yeah, we just gonna promote women over here. First of all, obviously that's a niche, right? Obviously that's a niche, right? Obviously, if I want to sit here and I just want to focus on women, Queen, you're the best. You don't do nothing wrong. Anybody that don't understand who you are, something wrong with them. Yeah. And I finesse the situation. Or I get with the fellas and I pull on their heartstrings. All these females loud as shit. Ain't they? They disrespectful, right? Ladies and gentlemen, I have not picked a side. Everybody is equal in my eyes because we need everybody. I'm not gonna say, oh well, let's abort all of these babies and I'm not gonna listen, bro. If that's what you again, bootlicking, clout chasing, and clickbaiting. Say anything astronomical or do anything astronomical for if that's what you want to do, if that's the energy that you have. But I am not here to call you out on that. I'm here to say we can have a better conversation because there's so many things happening. So many things happening so that we can build. But a lot of people don't want to build. And I noticed that they come off on this at this angle where it looks like they want to build, but it's like, well, if you want to build, how do you have problems with all of these people? How are you sneak dissing all of these people? Anybody can call me or hit me up and say, hey, come join a panel. Anybody can have a conversation with me. I'm not going to make it difficult. I'm not going to make you go through the Sahara Desert. I'm not going to tell you, well, you need to send me a cash app before I come over there. Like, I'm not going to do that because if it's really about promoting positive and having a tough conversation, you should be able to go anywhere. But I'm not going to go anywhere, of course, that I'm going to be disrespected or ganged up on, because I've seen that happen on a lot of people's panels. But the fact of the matter is, it's a lot of people when they sit down, they talk, whether it's in their house, in their cars, when they talk, it's like, it's just a certain amount of, I don't believe you. Ladies and gentlemen, I have led over 1,000 soldiers. No cap, none of that. I am very good at analyzing people. Very good. And it baffles me when I see people who say, I am here for positive, but you promote negative. You're promoting gossip, you're promoting rumors, you're promoting hate, you're promoting this, promoting that, but it ain't nothing has to do with building as a team, nothing that has to do with togetherness. I go back to something my drill sergeant told me. He said, man, you know everybody ain't gonna like you, but that ain't gonna stop you from marching. I'm not here for you to like me. I got people in real life to like me. I'm not here for you to like me. I'm here to provide a perspective. I'm here to help provide a platform where men and women can feel comfortable coming to share their perspective and to hear my perspective. Sometimes I'll do panels, sometimes I won't. Sometimes I'll joke around, sometimes I'll curse, but sometimes whatever it's going to be consistent conversation. It's going to be consistent solution. It's going to be consistent. Damn. Whoa, he rattled some cages, but I get it. I understand. Anybody that heard my video about Mama Duck knew it wasn't about bashing her. It wasn't about beating her down. It's about saying, hey, listen, every interview that I've heard, I've never heard you take any accountability for the deaths of your children. And that's just shocking to me. And maybe she don't realize that she needs to. Maybe she don't feel like she had anything to do with it. I don't know. But my thought process is your kids grew up in that environment. As your kids were growing up, are we saying that you didn't have the money? You didn't have the support? You didn't have the resources? I've listened to interviews. Vlad does a good job at interviewing people. And I've sat down and I listened. But that's not what's coming out of her mouth. So it's interesting to me when you have women and men that sit back and say, well, it's not her fault. Nothing's her fault. Zero accountability. And I realize that those are the type of men and women. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Because those are the type of men and women that will lead you astray. Those are the type of men and women that will lack accountability. She did nothing wrong. Why are y'all teaming up on her? Holding her accountable is teaming up on her. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna leave you with this. You know when your son or daughter or your little sister or brother, you know when someone says, let's just say you tell your son and daughter, don't touch the stove. Don't touch the stove, it's hot. And they touch the stove and you say, didn't I tell you, you use your finger, you say, didn't I tell you don't touch the stove, it was hot. Stay with me. It is one thing to say, didn't I tell you don't touch the stove? It was hot. Uncle Stu, I appreciate it, man. Salute. Didn't I tell you the stove was hot? Versus saying, you dumb motherfucker, didn't I tell your stupid ass not to touch the fucking stove? That's what's wrong with your retarded ass. Two totally different ways of holding people accountable. Two totally different ways of addressing people. But when I see knuckleheads that don't get that don't understand you can hold people accountable but not disrespect them. So when I see people sit back and say, I don't know why y'all saying she's need to be held accountable, and I'm looking like, they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. But since I know that you watch my videos, that's why I did this video. So that way I can explain it. Yeah, this is a teaching moment. Ladies and gentlemen, accountability shouldn't be scary. It shouldn't be disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to get out here, man. Came from the gym earlier. About to go change. I'm hoping that you guys have a phenomenal day. I'm hoping that anytime you hear my name brought up, it's brought up in a positive light, because I'm here to do some positive stuff. I don't think positive people are perfect, but I'm thinking that, you know what I'm saying, if you continue to try and you continue to give, and I think that I'm giving realistic conversation. Until next time, y'all are dot up. Peace.